Alright, with another Vengeance test comes another rant video and more questions about what's happening with ESO PVP. So, let me just go ahead and give you my thoughts. First of all, obviously, everybody knows the consensus is 99% of people just don't like Vengeance. Uh, for whatever reason, uh, they decided I guess it's a performance test according to them still, but what it looks like to everybody that it's just the future of PvP. Now, I have a hot take here. I think Vengeance is closer to Prime ESO than current ESO is. I mean, current Vengeance with the item set bonuses, I mean, you actually have to try and sustain. Obviously, there's a lot of flaws with it still. It's a big work in progress. But I think if like you take kind of like the base idea of Vengeance, where everybody kind of I don't know, like there's definitely things that could be done to enhance Vengeance from being like a remaking ESO PvP from the ground up type of thing. Uh, it can be kind of like, you know, Cyrodiil reawakened. Like, for example, first of all, instead of 70k HP, everybody should just have a base of 30k HP. Uh, or a cap of 30 HP. Just give everybody 30k HP maybe, or cap everybody. I think they should cap everybody at 30k. Uh, the whole idea, like, I think, how do I put this? It's like Vengeance has potential. That's what I'm saying. It has potential. And to be honest, like, the way they're going, like, if they got rid of Vengeance, if they, like, kept Vengeance and got rid of Grey Host, got rid of Blackreach, you know, and then they ended up coming out with the, obviously, with all the layoffs, which it might be kind of delayed if it ever comes out now, but, uh, if they originally before all the layoffs, you know, I honestly expected them to like get rid of Grey Host and Blackreach eventually, bring in the new medium-sized PvP modes, leave that as like the new quote-unquote Grey Host type, you know, regular ESO, and then there'd be BGs and dueling, and then the new medium map, and then Imperial City, and then they were just going to replace Cyrodiil with Vengeance. That's what I originally thought. With the layoffs, you know, they're probably changed their idea. That was my guess, right? That was my original guess, which kind of makes sense. Now it feels like they're kind of they're taking Vengeance and like trying to improve it to the point where it's what people want. Uh, I guess instead of just fixing current Cyrodiil, which is, you know, kind of a cluster, you know what, to fix, right? I mean, to fix current Cyrodiil, you'd have to do a lot. I mean, the main issue is probably just gutting ball groups. Shields are an issue. Unkillable healers are an issue. The high HP, the high armor incentives, things like that. The unlimited sustain and classes. That's what I do like about Vengeance. I got to be honest. Like Vengeance, you know, you actually have to know how to kind of sustain. Obviously, there's no battle spirit, so you know you get hit by half your HP goes by one spec bow or an onslaught, and like literally half your HP is gone. More if they're using the Unleashed Fury onslaught combo, and then you basically almost get one shotted. So there are some things to be tweaked. I think if it was more closer to like everybody had like torque stats, and then you get, you know, and then they start adding more things to it instead of like I said, they have to it'd be like reinventing Cyrodiil. You know, it'd be like starting from beta and adding things and changing things back until we can reach the prime of ESO. You know, like right now we have 70k HP, and we just got 5-piece sets, which is nice to have. The next step would to be make the 5-piece sets the first of all make weapon damage sets work. You know, let things scale off weapon and spell damage, or max stats work. And then they can, build off of that. Uh, I still think that they probably are trying to shove vengeance down our throat and like force us into it for whatever reason. Not sure why. Maybe just because it's less work to deal with. Not having to worry about all the other junk. People cry about performance all the time, which is pretty bad. But I mean, let's be honest. With this vengeance test, It's been pretty bad, anyways. Uh, it's just not in a good state. This vengeance test is definitely a lot better. I do also like kind of like the class loadout idea of vengeance. Forcing people to pick tank, healer, DPS is kind of what the game should be like, in my opinion. I think that'd be the easiest way to fix Greyhost, is if you added those class options and tweaked it into Greyhost. So if you wanted to be a healer, you had to be a healer, right? So when you're in base, you pick healer, and you get extra mag. Your capped resistance is capped HP, right? If you pick Vanguard or tank, right, you lose a bunch of damage, like 85% of your damage done, so you can't kill anybody. You can't heal other players. You can heal yourself, and you get a bunch of armor and HP. You pick scout or damage dealer, right? Then you get like crit and penetration or weapon damage, and you lose healing done or whatever it is. And then you could get closer to fixing current Cyrodiil just by that. Obviously, people aren't going to like that idea, and I'm probably going to get, "Oh, that's wrong. I like my ball group. I like sitting in my ball group behind my 15 unkillable healers and my 100k effective HP, and where we all XV1 one player down at a time with 0 AoE abilities and Like, I get you do you. If that's what you like, that's fine. What I don't like about Vengeance is they take out a lot of play styles. Obviously, gankers are out. Basically, every stamina build is out. There's no morphs. They do need to add morphs. Like honestly, like if you're gonna keep bringing Vengeance, obviously we're gonna need morphs, stamina mag morphs. People want to play stamina. You're gonna have to tweak sustain, right? I think sustain could use a slight buff. Uh, I guess it doesn't really have to. I'm thinking from like an outnumbered perspective. It'd be nice to have more sustain. I guess it'd be nice to have a way to get more sustain outside of just running like Wretched. Obviously, you need to add buffs to it. Major brutality and things like that. Let weapon damage sets work on top of the proc sets, and probably get rid of the 70k HP and just cap everybody at 30k HP. Lower tooltips and things like that, because right now, I mean, you just run around with Crimson Twilight, and that procs, if there's 5 people around you, and that procs, you just go straight to full HP every 8 seconds. So, the time to kill on it in 1v1s is still pretty slow. I mean, Jesus, man, like, the time to kill in Vengeance still sucks. Time to kill in the real game sucks. But that's because people build to not die. Vengeance, you can build full damage, and there's still some people like you just can't kill. Like you're fighting another good player as a good player in Vengeance, you're probably gonna stalemate. Just nobody's gonna die. That's still an issue. Vengeance overall was a lot better. Greyhost currently is really bad, and that's mainly because ball groups and healers, like everybody in Greyhost has just funneled into like unkillable healer groups with, uh, you know, 50k HP shielders and all that good stuff, and it ruins the game. It really kind of makes it miserable to play. Uh, like ball groups are an issue. I'll probably make an entire video on that. Gankers can be annoying, but obviously after the Signet nerf, people aren't really running Ganker, even though it's still OP, which I'll come out with a build video for that. With the updated one. It's not really a pulse ganker anymore. It's more like an overload ganker. So there is that. But that's all there really is to it. Like you just you keep adding things to Vengeance and tweak it, and eventually it'll get to a point where it's pretty much right on top of where Prime ESO was. It's currently a lot closer to that than current Cyrodiil is, or the state of the game. It's just kind of ridiculous. Everybody has unlimited HP. Everybody has unlimited shields. Everybody shoots up to full HP just by looking at you. Like it's kind of crazy. So yeah, that's just kind of my rant and my thoughts. Eventually, I'll make another rant video, especially on ball groups and healers. Healers and ball groups, man, them things need a nerf. I'm gonna be honest. Like, if you leave, werewolf does too, but that's a different story. If you leave werewolf, you leave DK, that's all fine. You know what I really want? You get rid of these unkillable healers and shielders and get rid of hot stacking and nerf healing the other player. Like that's all the big issue. Like you're just making everybody a big unkillable ball group to the fact where every keep has 4 ball groups in it. It's completely laggy. If you're not playing in a ball group, the game's not fun for anybody, including casual players. So thanks for coming to my TED Talk, and I will see y'all in whatever video I post next. Peace.